From the Intellifluence headquarters in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, this is the Intellifluence Influencer Spotlight. In each episode, we sit down with an influencer from our network and we discuss their background as well as their unique approach to influencer marketing. Jessica Lauren Vine has been building her following since the days of MySpace. She, along with her husband, 4 kids, and a cat and a dog, have been RVing around the United States since November of 2017. Jessica shares travel tips on her social media and blogs at jessicalaurenvine.com. Yeah, Jessica, thanks so much for speaking with us today. Can you tell us about the RV life and what led you to head out on the open road with your family back in 2017?
Sure, yeah. So I actually was raised as an RV kid from 5 to 12. So that was kind of normal life to me. So with the combination of me being a nomadic child and my husband being in the Army for 8 years, we both kind of weren't impressed with staying in one spot. So I was like, why do we have this massive 4-bedroom house that we want to leave all the time? Why don't we just get an RV and just head out and see where we want to go? And so far, so good.
That's pretty cool. So so now that you've been doing it for 2 years now, and looking back, you've both basically had the military brat and RV life experience. But over the last 2 years, what have been some of the favorite places that you and Joe have been to?
So our favorite, hands down, is the Grand Canyon. It was, besides for my experience there, just looking at everyone else, my kids and all the other people experience it, you have people crying, like it was like there was this one lady was like, I wanted all my life to see the Grand Canyon. So I think it's not only the places that we see, but the people that we see and the things we get to experience with strangers. That's really cool.
Neat.
I've lived in Arizona 11 years. I've not made it up to the canyon yet.
Yeah, he's an awful individual.
Yeah.
We were at the South Rim and it took our breath away. Yeah.
Oh man, I need to get on that. I really do. This weekend.
We just had an employee hike it this last weekend.
Okay.
Nate was hiking it.
All right.
All right, well.
All right.
Did get on it.
Good to know. Good to know. Can I take a personal day?
Yeah.
When you decided to head out on the road, did you do any planning in terms of how you could integrate your experiences into blog topics and influencer work, or did it just kind of happen organically?
Well, I was thinking about this question of like how you became an influencer, and I told my friend, well, I just kept talking and finally people started listening, so I just keep talking. So there's really not been a plan. It's kind of just like we always said, man, we should have a reality show. If we had hidden cameras, this would be a hoot. So we just kind of bring people along and we're like, welcome to our life.
That's great, actually, because we get that question a lot. Am I an influencer? And our answer should just be, do people listen to you?
Yeah. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So let's talk challenges. So you're obviously on the road a lot. And with that, there's the juggling of keeping the blog up to date, doing copywriting services. How do you go about setting that structure? Do you say like, okay, I know I need to have this particular day where I'm just solid working, or do you plan it like by week or month? What's your process?
So I am a type A personality, so I have a very specific process. So I map out exactly how much money I want to make each month. I map out how many visitors I want to have to my blog. And is this a growth month, or am I just kind of working on sustainability? And then I say, okay, X amount of money. So I map out that day, I make that amount of money, and I figure out, do I want to have a working month where I work 20 days, or do I want to have a not working month where I work a lot, 15 days, and have off? So at the beginning or at the end of the previous month, I decide what kind of month I want to have the next month. So I figure that out. And then that way, if people say, hey, can you do this for me or that? I already know, yes, I can, or no, I can't. And I don't feel pressured because I've already made my schedule.
And then when it comes to brand partnerships, do you have any that stand out as some of the more memorable ones, or any brands you really loved working with in the past?
Yeah, I love working with the Tailwind app for like Pinterest and Instagram, and also Optin Monster. They've been really great.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with Optimoster. We've used that in the past for some list growth. I want to ask a futurist question. So now that you realized how you became an influencer, just talking until people could listen, where do you think it's going to go a couple years down the road? Like, where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years in the future, both as like the market of influencer marketing and personally?
Well, I mean, ever since I've been a kid, I think my first experiences as an influencer on accident was whenever I was about 12. I created a Yahoo club 20 years ago called Advice You Need. And I would just give advice to random adults about their life, and they didn't know how old I was. And so like I would like to, bring more awareness to mental health and, helping people, because a lot of times, we know what to do, but we don't have someone there to support us. And there's actually a brand, Talkspace, that's like a text therapist. And I would love to be able to work with a brand like that so I could, help more people understand that, normal people like myself go to therapy. If you consider me normal, I don't know. So that's my thought as far as business. And I've got 4 kids. So as far as that, as personal life, taking them around the U.S. and letting them figure out what they want to be and what they want to do when they grow up.
That's great. And then in terms of the words of wisdom you offer, I'd love if you have any words of wisdom for influencers or prospective influencers who are just getting into it, who are looking to take a plunge, whether it be starting a travel blog or something, but something's holding them back. Do you have any advice to get them the little push they need to get going?
Yeah, what's the advice they need to hear?
Yeah.
So there was actually a point whenever I had a very established blog, I actually erased it and started all over from scratch because I didn't feel like it was my voice. Like it was kind of like I was trying to create content for people that I didn't really feel like were my audience. It was just kind of more manufactured to make money. And so I could not get behind that. So if my biggest thing is never sell out, because it's worth it to wait for a company that you can get excited about and feel good about sharing to other people. And it's never too early to get started sharing your message, even if you have no clue who the company you're going to be working with is, because I started having these companies reach out to me. Like, I'm like, oh, I had no idea you could even find me. So it's never too early. You've never got too small of an audience. You're like, your story is worth it. Somebody out there needs what you have to share.
Want to join Intellifluence as an influencer for free? It's easy. Visit Intellifluence.com, click on the influencers link, and then click on the Join for Free button to sign up. Once you have registered, you will get immediate access to our influencer marketplace where you can browse relevant offers from brands and apply on the spot. You'll also be eligible to receive attractive product and service pitches from brands. There's absolutely no cost to join as an influencer, so we hope you take advantage of our service. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and well, you know the drill. Until our next episode, keep being awesome.